there's this idea that people are starting to just miss that authentic content. And when I think about it, I feel like there's many reasons for it. For example, the first one I would say is just simply the idea that everybody's just trying to be perfect. I feel like it almost feels like now it's not really about just documenting, but instead it just feels like you're performing. It feels like everything is a performance where it feels like almost competition, like everybody's competing, and it doesn't feel natural anymore. It just feels like almost like you're not being yourself. And I feel like the audience, as viewers, I feel like you just feel that, you know? And I feel like a lot of us are just craving a community where people can just go and just be yourself and watch somebody for being themselves. And that's where it's at. I feel like we're not there anymore. I feel like just everything feels over polished, and it just feels like everybody's just chasing views, chasing trends, chasing really what's in. And that's okay, but I feel like it gets to the point where it just becomes too much, you know? And that's why I feel like people are missing that. They're just feeling that feeling of just watching somebody for who they are, and seeing their mistakes, seeing pretty much the messy parts of the journey. And they don't want to see the perfect, like a perfect story. They want to see just setbacks. They want to see challenges that you experience. They want to see everything. They don't want to just see the success, the outcome, the end result. And that's where it's at. I feel like everything we're watching is just perfect. It's just that idea that everything has to be perfect. This idea that there weren't mistakes, that there weren't failures, that there weren't challenges throughout the journey. And I feel like that's what a lot of it's missing. It's just the journey, showing that, documenting just life, whether big or small, just documenting everything. And I feel like that's the change that we're seeing in today's world, is that everything just seems perfect, but it's not. And I feel like people are just the viewers are just catching on to that. To be honest, like I can say that from my own point of view. Like when I watch, I don't even really enjoy watching stuff anymore. Like when it just comes to content overall, because of that, I just feel like almost everything feels the same. Like damn near like you watch one person and it almost feels like you're watching like everybody's the same. It's just like that. And I just feel like, at least from my own like point of view or like opinion, I don't really enjoy that. Like I want to see something different, you know? I want to just see somebody for who they are. Just see somebody just documenting their life and just the journey, and bring their community along the way. And that's why I feel like people are craving this again. It's almost like going back to how it used to be. To be honest, it's kind of funny, because you see all these crazy edits, you see all these crazy videos, you see, and they almost seem the same. Like literally, they all just look the same and feel the same when you watch them, to the point where like people don't even care about it anymore. Like they wanna see you for who you are. They wanna see the journey, you know. They wanna just feel like they're watching somebody being themselves, you know. And I feel like you can honestly tell, like when you're watching somebody, and it doesn't feel like you're watching them. It almost feels like they're acting, you know. And that's where it's really at. And honestly, I feel like moving forward down the road, it's just gonna keep getting like that. Like especially with all these crazy technologies that are coming out with like AI and stuff, and using that in like videos and stuff, and just like using it. I just feel like it helps, but at the same time, once you overuse it, it almost takes away from the video itself, because you're not really you're not really recording just to like show your life. Now you're doing it more to like just compete, and you have this idea that it has to be perfect, it has to meet certain standards, and that's not where it's at. I just feel like people just miss that, just that raw, authentic, just that real conversation with the creator, you know. I feel like viewers feel that. They just want to feel like they're watching somebody their life pretty much at every given moment. They're just watching the setbacks. They're watching the mistakes that the creator makes. They're just watching everything, you know. Whether the viewers like, whether they want to see everything, bro. Literally, like that's what I'm noticing about this YouTube stuff. That sometimes I get into my own head thinking about that, like just how I can make like these crazy videos. How can I get my viewers to watch? And honestly, like, I don't want that to be about, like, this channel. I don't want that to be like that. I want the channel to just be real. I want it to just show you guys and bring that feeling of what it used to be like to watch YouTube, you know? And just watch somebody make mistakes, watch somebody just be themselves and not be afraid to be themselves. And that's why I feel like people miss that. It's just they want to see somebody just be themselves, you know? And I'm learning that. And honestly, I hope I hope in each video that I make, I'm just myself, you know? Like, I show this, I show the mistakes. I show that I be nervous sometimes. And I show the journey, most importantly, and I bring you guys along my own story, and hopefully you guys can learn something from it. And that's what I feel like people are missing. It's just that it's just a story. It's just you're just documenting life. It's no longer about you performing. And then I feel like once you start performing, once you start acting, once you start doing stuff that you don't really, it's not you, you know? I feel like you can just tell, man. Like, you really can. Like, I have these ideas of like different videos I can make, but it just doesn't feel like myself, you know? That's not where I'm at right now in my life. Right now I just want to document life, just document everything, and I feel like that's what people are missing. That's what viewers are craving. I feel like they just want to see that real side of just making mistakes, just documenting life. And that's where it's at, to be honest. That's really what I would say, to be honest.